All right, guys, and we're live. So did I miss the drink of the week?
So go ahead, Tyler. So a little bit, yeah. So the drink of the week for us this week is that Tycoon Cognac VSOP. So that's what we're drinking on tonight.
The Tycoon, isn't that E40s?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Yeah. So E40's got the Tycoon VS, and then this is the VSOP. So we got the little step up tonight.
You got a luxury bottle.
Well, you got a luxury bottle.
Yeah, does it say right in?
Uncle Trey's one of Uncle Trey's favorite drinks, so it was his birthday, so we figured we'd do something nice for him. We like him sometimes.
About 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Shit, so what you drinking on over there?
Well, I just poured something in my old soldier glass.
Okay,
Nice. Shout out to Old Soldier too.
Absolutely. And what I poured in there was not Old Soldier, actually. It's a Rebel cast strength single barrel pick that was picked by the master distiller over there. He picked this barrel.
Okay.
Nice.
So I can roll like that.
All right, so you guys already did a drink of the week.
Yeah.
All right, hey, cheers to you guys.
Oh, yep.
Yes, sir.
So which old soldier is that?
That's a rebel. You got the rebel.
It's a Rebel pick picked by the distiller. I'll get into some Old Soldier when I'm done with this glass.
Gotcha.
I just poured it in my Old Soldier, Glenn.
I do that too. I take a lot of shots in my little roll glass I got.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's see. Are you guys ready to get into this?
Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Well, let me get some screen share going. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so Billboard. So for those of you that weren't with us a couple weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now, we were at a record store in Puyallup talking about Billboard, from Billboard Music, and they do the awards and stuff. They put out the 50 greatest rappers of all time in their list that they picked. They had 8 people on their panel, and so when we talked about it a few weeks ago, they didn't have the whole list out yet. They only had number 21 through 50, so they didn't have the top 20 out yet. And just to catch you guys up, it says that they feel the genre dates back to 1973, and so this being the 50th year anniversary, they put out a top 50 list. And they have criteria that they were judging rappers on. One of them is that they were limiting the rap arena to North America, so therefore Slick Rick does not get to play, which is, I think, ridiculous. So the reggaeton dancehall MCs, this is where the term MC came from. They were the master of ceremonies in Jamaican dance halls. The guy that'd be up there talking between the songs and stuff. That's where the term MC came from, was Jamaica. All right, and their criteria was their body of work, their overall achievements.
Mark, real quick, if they didn't say that it had to be North America, who would actually be on there though? Who you got? Slick Rick, Dan Dane, and Shabba Ranks, and they wouldn't have made the list. So
Shabba Ranks ain't a rapper.
Shabba Ranks, damn sure.
Shabba Ranks ain't a rapper. What are we doing?
What the point? Is there anybody else that you could even think of that's outside the country?
Drake's maybe.
That's still North America.
He's still North America, but so I'm just saying he's out of the country. But I'm trying to think.
I don't know who else they could say.
Would he have been on Yo MTV Rap? I don't know who else would be in that list.
He wasn't a rapper. Yo MTV Rap used to show reggae stuff too, but he's a reggae artist, man.
Yeah.
So talk to him.
What the fuck would I know about that?
DMX,
I'm just saying, I don't know people besides Slick Rick that would who's being excluded. Then why did they even have to say that it had to be in America?
There's
in
probably,
case
there's
they're
probably some
asking.
other motherfuckers that people like, but
Yeah, motherfuckers was asking for them, and they were like, "Oh, where they at?" So they, all right, all right.
Yeah,
Who
I
got
don't
more
know. I'm
shit?
sure you could find the best rapper from Vietnam or best rapper from Poland. I'm sure every country by now has a top rapper, and they just
No,
want
you're
to
talking about an all-time list, though. There aren't too many people outside of the
right.
states. We-
I agree, and I can't name anybody else. I feel like they just kept Slick Rick off the list.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have made it anyway. So
I don't know. I don't know. But so after body of work and overall achievements, you got your cultural impact and influence, how it fostered the genre's evolution. Then longevity, so years at the mic. So that was a big one, contribution. All right, so you got lyrics, so your storytelling skills, and then your flow, your vocal prowess, which I think is kind of like your technique.
He checks a lot of boxes. He checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, and so those 5 categories they're judging off of are pretty big, and like we talked about a couple weeks ago, when I first started looking at their list, I was just throwing it out the window like this is garbage. But when I apply their 5 categories to it, it kind of changes the perspective on it.
I think with the list, man, I think like I had problems with the list because I would say my favorite word that is subjective, man. Like I think from the South, your list, because you got the categories, but the one big one that's going to stick out to me is cultural impact. So if you're from the South has a different culture than the West and the East. So the cultural impact of somebody from the South is going to be a little bit bigger. If you're from the West Coast, cultural impact is going to stick out. Like I don't care how big they were back east. Over here, culturally, it was such and such. Like same thing for the East Coast. I think that's the part that makes it hard. I think for this list, man, I think it should be more. I think anybody outside of the top 25 is like it is what it is. I think it's just about who made the list, not so much where they fall, because you can argue all day who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3, and it's going to vary based upon the person and where they're from. So I just think if you're even on the list, especially the top 10, I think we can argue about whether we think somebody should be in the top 10. I don't think it's necessarily an argument about where they fall on the top 10. If you're number 10 or you're number 1,
Nicki Minaj should not be in the top 10.
Yeah, I think the argument should be about whether they should even be in the top 10. Like where they fall is a subjective question, So
I can agree with some of this top 10, but there's a couple of them like
Right. Well, hold on. We're getting there.
Okay.
There's the people that didn't see that episode. So top 50, just real quick. So Rick Ross made top 50, which okay. Rev Run is all the way down here at 49, which is craziness. Melly Mel's at 48. MC Lights at 47. Jadakiss 46. Ice-T is way down at 45.
See, a lot of these people will be higher just off of cultural impact.
Exactly.
Yes.
But when you factor in record sales and all that other stuff, that would drop it lower. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the category is hard because you're all over the place. A lot of these guys have huge cultural impact. And then you talk about staying power. I mean, they might not be actively rapping, but like they're still in the game. You know what I mean? So a lot of these people have been around 30, 40 years and are still relevant culturally, but they might not have sold a record in 10 years or they haven't, even over the course of their career, they didn't sell a lot of records. I just think it's the categories themselves that makes it hard to place people.
40 or 41.
Right. Yeah, remember we talked about that he would get bumped up higher up the list.
Because remember, culturally, E40 should be way higher, but I don't know what his lifetime record
Dre should be on top 50.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is down there at 40.
Dr. Dre is not a rapper.
39, we all agreed 39. Ludacris should be bumped up a little bit.
Ludacris be top 20.
Gucci Mane's fine where he's at. Common. He wouldn't make the top 50 on mine.
He's coming with it. Him most Def though. They
Kanye.
good with it.
Yep. There's Most Def. 36, 35 is Future.
I don't even know what Future's in.
No, I don't know how they're gonna put Future above Ice-T and Dr. Dre and Ludacris.
Because Future's impact on
Future is so
impact on who?
In the South, Future's huge. In the South, Future's huge.
And the younger
and he sold more records than most.
If you listen to any new songs, Future is probably the feature on that song. Like he is fucking everywhere. I wouldn't know.
And
all sound the same.
And he but that
also
right. That goes to cultural impact. He influenced everybody that came after him. Sounds like
so I should hate him more than I hate all the other ones together.
Yes, I agree with you there. Yes,
but
he sold a gang of records, man. He sold a bunch of records. Like his cultural impact is huge. But again, if you're not from the South, I mean,
he's the one that you said made $1 billion by not saying shit.
Yeah, like the whole mumble rap era, if you will.
And I'm pretty sure you know who they are.
He might not have started the mumble rap era, but he damn sure perfected it.
All right, hey, Deuce, I'm going to debate you on from the South thing. You're talking about impact on other people and all that stuff, putting out tons of records, selling tons of records. How's Future up there and Master P's not then?
That's a valid point.
That's a very valid point.
Look at Mark with the valid point.
Yeah, like that. That's a very valid
point. You did your research on that.
No, it's because in the late 90s, I was in high school and listened to Master P all the time.
That's
you say Master P?
Yeah, you didn't say that.
It's true.
Now again, so okay. So I think every time we bring somebody up, we got to talk about them on each of the categories. So I can't remember all 5 categories, but I would say cultural impact, huge. Huge.
Y'all listen to him rap though?
Like, thank you. That's why I was going next. Cultural impact.
Only person where his name was Silk the Shocker.
Yeah. Cultural impact, huge.
Silk the Shocker influenced Blueface.
Actual rapping and like skills and talent and
Okay, so the flow, the technique, not so much. He's much further down on the list. But he's a storyteller. Remember Ice Cream Man, Ghetto Dope, all those ones. He's a good storyteller, just the technique of his rapping. That's why they had those 2 different categories.
Like, I think
there were no stories.
They should have had Hustle as a category.
He had a good beat on.
That motherfucker would have been fucking #1.
So okay, so real quick now, because we can talk about this list all day. So real quick, I was actually thinking about Uncle Trey today, and Too Short came up. So where's Too Short on the list?
Yeah, he should be on the list.
He's not on the list.
So he's not on the list. And here's what I was going to say this until we were talking about Ice Cube.
So here's what I'm saying about Too Short. Who is criminal that he's not on the list. Here's what I'm saying about Too Short. Cultural influence, huge. Like across the board.
Everywhere.
Huge. But Too Short is not a good rapper. Now let me finish. Now hold on. Let me clarify this before somebody send this to Uncle Short and he start no. I'm a massive Too Short fan. Too Short, it may be the best person in he may have the best, he can ride a beat better than anybody in history. Like Too Short, his sound, his cadence is always the same.
Yes.
He don't even be talking about much. He can be talking about damn near nothing. But his voice, his cadence, whatever you put him on, it always sounds good. We're not talking about what he's talking about, but it always sounds good. I was listening.
It's short quality.
Bro, like I was listening to your favorite song, Speaker, what is it, Big Subwoofer, which is a track song. I was listening to that song.
And how the beat sound in your heart.
But no. But again, you got to separate the beat from, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
the beat isn't the rapper.
The beat is great, and Too Short's verse, I was listening to it in my car today. And Too Short's verse, he wasn't saying much, but his cadence, his flow, his delivery, like you can put him on anything, and it sounds great. So for that reason and that reason alone, he must be on the list. Like not being a lyrical rapper is not necessarily a knock. You know what I mean? Like Too Short, and like I say, he tells stories, but he tells it in his way.
It's like Pimp C. Pimp C he did stuff that he made words that didn't rhyme with what's going on, but it made sense in the cadence of how he was
like.
performing.
But Too Short
Right,
may be
right.
the best person ever at like if you listen to anything Too Short's on, his cadence, his flow, his delivery, like you automatically start tapping your feet. Like he's just his demeanor, like the way he is. Something about him on a song. Like he could be rapping the lyrics to Old Mother Hubbard, and I promise you, like it will sound like it will sound good if he's doing it. Like it could be a nursery rhyme, it could be whatever it is, but I promise you, if you put it over a good beat, he will make it sound good. And I think that in itself is an extraordinary talent. And I think Too Short himself came out years ago and said that he wasn't necessarily like he wasn't a rapper. I think like he used to make like beats or something. Like no, he used to make like tapes or something, videos or something like that. Some like Pimp or somebody off the street kind of was like, make me one or we gonna kill you. Something it was some kind of weird story. But that's how he got into it. And like I think he came out himself years ago and was like he's not a rapper, if you will. But he's still one of the best to ever do it. And him not being on the list, I would bump Dre off and put Too Short on the list.
I will say that Cube is very salty that Too Short's not on the list. They actually asked him like, hey, should you be higher on the list? And Cube said a little something, whatever, and then said, so 3 of the 4 members of Mount Westmore is on there. They were like, should Too Short be on there? Absolutely. And Ice Cube kind of flipped out a little bit, and he was like, fuck Billboard. Like, they ain't a rap. You know.
But again, like the problem is that in any type of music is subjective. If you ask somebody in New York to name the 50 best country western artists of all time, it's going to be a shit list. It's going to be a whole list.
Because they're about 3-4 people.
Yeah, they don't, because they're going to look at, because it's not necessarily about metrics, but they'll probably go on Billboard or whatever, and they'll pull up those 5 categories and say, oh, well, this person sold a bunch of records. This person must be great. Well, this person's been around 30 years. They must be great. But they don't know anything about the music. So I think when you have these lists,
I know all the females look at booties.
It makes it hard to do these lists because if you're not from the area, or if you don't know the music, or if you're from a certain area, like if somebody on the East Coast makes the list, it's going to be East Coast heavy. If somebody on the West Coast makes the list, it's going to be West Coast heavy. If somebody down South makes the list, it's going to be Southern heavy. You're always going to exclude people. So
yeah, that's one of the only things they did well on this list. Is they did a good balance of East, West, South, and they had some old school people. There was only a couple newer school people, and so I think they actually did all right with that part of it. But what
they left out a few. Like I said, Too Short being left off the list is definitely that's criminal.
Right. And I brought that up at the record store. I was like, where's Too Short going to be at? Is he going to be at the top 10? Is he going to be like number 10, or is he going to be in the teens? And then he didn't make the list at all. And so that blew me away.
But I knew when they put E40 at 41 that Too Short wasn't going to be on the list at all.
Well, but he's got that longevity, though. He's touring right now, and Too Short came out with his 10th album in the 90s.
Yeah, like, but that's fine. But he's only got like 6 or 7 years on 40. Like, look at the impact that 40's been around for a while. Like, he's still a factor. Too Short's not necessarily a factor. He's there. We love him. Like, but
I think he's not a factor because he don't want to be. Like, I think
that's a valid point. Like, like Too Short's not on social media, like coming out with a bunch of shit, and he's not like in your face. E40's everywhere. This motherfucker's coming out with hot dogs and this motherfucker got ice cream he just came out with. Like, he's doing all kinds of stuff.
That's funny. All right, so we are.
Really, what kind of ice cream is?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
It's called Goon with a Spoon. Man, uncultured motherfuckers.
This is cooking show, man.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in one of the? Is it one of the Ben and Jerry's?
Is it what?
Ben and Jerry's. You know how they have the small ones with like the Tonight Show and all that.
Yeah, I think he sells them at. I think he's in Walmarts and shit like that. But yeah, he does convenience stores and all kinds of shit.
Oh, it's his own brand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's dope. Well, okay, so we agree across the board. Too Short got robbed by not being on this list.
Yeah, he should have gone.
All right, so Chuck D's down at 34.
Yeah.
Huge impact. Busta Rhymes. This is one I cried about.
Busta Rhymes should have been a little higher.
Yeah, Busta is definitely in my top 20.
Yeah. That's fair.
I can agree with that.
And yeah, T.I. can move down.
Yeah, he could be a little higher. Somebody made the argument the other day that Ja Rule should have been on here and all this and that. Absolutely. And so I went back to your statement about T.I. No, your T.I. his lyrical expertise. And
he makes party music.
No, just you singing like. What did you say?
Ja Rule, if you remember, if you were alive and of age from like
97, 98.
Yeah, from like 97, 98, 99 to what? Like 2000, like for a solid 10 years, you couldn't turn on the radio and not hear Ja Rule's song. Like
that's true story.
Airwaves. Like he had as good a run as anybody. Like
I mean, that's fine. But
he was on every feature. Like and everybody loves Drake, but let's just throw it out there that Ja Rule was singing and kind of melody on hooks. He was doing that. He did that shit 20 years before Drake came along. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his thing, and he got and
infamously in the wheelchair on TV.
Infamously, he got clowned for by 50 Cent and got his career ruined, and now that's the thing. Everybody sings now and does melody and that. Like, so I think Ja Rule doesn't get enough credit for doing that and being ahead of his time.
Look, what Mark said when he was like, "What you know about that? What you like?" We were dying about that, but the same thing with Ja Rule. What do you think about Ja Rule? Like, what would I be without my baby? Like, it's the same. You can make the same argument, right?
Now, Ja Rule had cuts, man. Like he had no, not a couple. He had a lot. Just because they didn't play that shit out here on the West Coast, like he had a lot.
No, that bottle is very deceiving. Yeah. Put your finger underneath it.
You can see it's concave at the bottom.
Yeah, it's missing.
The shit's still like right up here.
No, it ain't. You're a fibber.
But yeah, Ja Rule, he ruled the airwaves for like a solid 8, 9, 10 years. Like he
was.
Who had as many, and you're talking about before streaming, where radio play was the measure of an artist. Now you got streaming where nobody really cares about the radio, it's about the streams. But you're talking about somebody who ruled at a time where radio play and album sales and single sales were the thing. And he had as good a run as anybody.
Yeah. And radio play, like you just said, Deuce, radio play was huge because for at least 50 years in the music business, the length of your song was critical because they wanted that quick radio play. They wanted your song 3.5 minutes, Supreme, Frank Sinatra, Motown, all of them, all the way up until the 90s. They're like, get it out, get that rotation on the radio. And there's a lot of songs back in the day where they would cut out an entire verse, like an entire thing. They would cut the whole section out just to drop 20 seconds off the damn song to get more radio play. And nowadays, what you're talking about with streaming, that's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, you can make an 8-minute song if you want to.
Yeah. So that's the thing, though. So when you do look back on music, though, the songs were longer than they are now.
Well, in the 70s, because that was also a trendy genre thing. In the 70s.
So even with streaming and all the other things that are involved right now, there's still 2.5, maybe 3-minute songs. Yeah, back then you could look at a song that's 4.5 minutes long. But
a song's supposed to be 4.5 minutes. These fucking songs nowadays are 2.5 minutes. I'm like, motherfuckers over already?
You got to do it for the gram, man. Or TikTok.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that shows a lot of it is lack of talent, creativity. Like it takes a lot to make a song that's gonna keep you.
And on top of that, most of it's the hook that's just saying the same word over and over again, anyways.
Right.
So I didn't get this.
But Ja Rule definitely should be on the list. That's a.
Ja Rule should be on.
So far, Ja Rule is too short.
Ja can get top 50.
All right, so after we debated about Little Kim a little bit, we decided she could pretty much stay where she was, right?
Oh, Little Kim.
Little Kim, I would drop Little Kim
This
a little
new
bit.
broad they got. Yeah,
I would drop Little Kim 50 now.
And we also agreed that Lauryn Hill is an R&B artist. She's R&B all day, every day of the week. Just because she can.
Hold on. Would you trade her for Ja Rule?
Yes.
Okay.
I would put her in the hip hop category, but I wouldn't put her talent wise. I think she belongs on the list. Talent wise,
all right.
All the other boxes she does not check.
She's
all right, I would not trade Lauryn Hill for Ja Rule, but I would trade her for Too Short every day of the week.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I would trade her for Ja Rule.
But Lauryn Hill, she's R&B though, man. She's not.
Right.
She's not. Yeah, she can rap, but she wasn't a pure. That wasn't her thing. Nigga, she's a sister act, singing her ass off. She's a singer.
Yeah.
She's a singer first though. Even with the Fugees, she was a singer first. She was rap, but she was a singer first.
What's the difference between her and Drake? Like Drake sing?
Nigga, she fine as fuck. Drake is a little.
That ain't really the way I was going with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with it.
Like all these rappers today sing.
He's on the list.
If you listen to anything that's playing today, most of them are damn near singing. They're not really like they're damn near singing their songs. If you really listen,
so
they ain't rappers then. Yeah. Oh.
No, we had mixed feelings last time on Pusha T.
Pusha T, I don't have any comment. Like, okay, like sure.
I go to clips. Yeah, okay.
I would trade Pusha T for Too Short.
Every day.
I'll trade Pusha for Too Short.
You got Black Thought.
Absolutely deserves to be on the list.
Absolutely deserves to be on the list, and I'm not mad at his placement.
Nope. Absolutely.
Q-Tip, same.
Q-Tip,
yes.
Where is that?
Hold on. Let's pause on Q-Tip real quick. So I just want to give Uncle Trey. No, I just want to give Uncle Trey some shit because unlike Dre, he actually was a rapper and a producer. Like he actually did rap. Unlike Dre, like Q-Tip is actually a rapper who produces, not a producer who sometimes raps like Dre.
Okay, that motherfucker. I play golf, but guess what? I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker who plays golf.
None of that shit you just said made no sense.
I'm just saying, like, you can do both. Both of them.
No, you can't do both
can.
of them. This list is the top 50 rappers.
We'll put like
Dre is not a rapper.
If we're talking about
influence,
if we're talking about influence, Dr. Dre should be like number 3 of all time.
But this is a rapper. They didn't ask.
Not a rapper though. Producer though. Oh yeah, he's shit.
If this list was top 50 hip hop icons, absolutely. But that ain't the list. The list said top 50 rappers. Dre ain't a rapper. Like this list is a little different. That's like
Dre wrote Nan rap.
Not Nan one.
If Q-Tip was all that, he would have had a bigger fucking role in Poetic Justice. Get the fuck out of here.
Who gives a shit about Poetic Justice?
That's all I'm saying. I don't know why you're picking on me about Q-Tip. Like I don't give a fuck about.
I'm picking on you about Dre because you want Dre top 10 as a rapper, and he's got.
I don't think he's top 10 as a rapper, but I don't think. If you're talking about cultural impact,
we're not only talking about cultural impact.
He shouldn't be 40.
Yeah, as a cultural icon, he's probably top 5 as a rapper. He's probably top 200.
If that's all we're basing it on, like.
I just want to give you shit. Sorry, man.
I appreciate you.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, so 27.
He's riding for Drake pretty hard.
Big Pun is 27.
You got Q-Tip and you got Big Pun. You got Big Pun in between Q-Tip and fucking Method Man.
First of all, again, I don't care where they are on the list because all of where I just care who's on it and who's off because where they place is always going to be subjective.
I'm trading Pun for Too Short. I'm trading Pun for Ja Rule.
No.
I'm trading
Pun. I'm not trading Pun for anybody. Anybody who knows hip hop, I'm glad will tell you that you're full of shit.
I can't even say it because I didn't even know Big Pun had an album.
Right.
He's super East Coast. I don't know a single Big Pun.
I just thought it was a little Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
I can't name a Big Pun song.
I listened to the album while I was washing my car. I made sure I had a good speaker.
Nobody cares.
I was making sure that I was
because I told you. Your ears are only West Coast. I don't care. Your ears are
listen to it.
Bro. Big Pun.
He had an okay.
Big Pun could have been.
Big Pun did that research.
Big Pun could have been talking about save the children, heal the world, fix the ozone layer, cure all the ills. You be like, that motherfucker from the West Coast, fuck these earth. Like you wouldn't care. So like your opinion is not valid here. Because you wouldn't care because he's not.
I was on the wrong page, guys. I didn't even see the chat going on over here. Sorry, guys. There's a bunch of people jumping in. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for looking along. Freaking Immortal Technique. Yep, he didn't make the list. Shayla, thanks for being here, girl. Shayla's a big Black Thought fan. Killer Mike did not make the list. Lone Wanderer. Yes, this is a spicy ass pup. What's up?
Yeah, Killer Mike. Yeah.
And his impact.
I'm a Killer Mike fan.
Don't do less.
I'm a Killer Mike fan all day.
All right, so Big Pun.
Big Fun.
I trade Killer Mike for Lil Kim.
Would you trade Killer Mike for Big Pun?
No. I would.
No.
I would. Outside.
Like my people's from Georgia, bro. I grew up in Georgia. I would.
He closer to New York, though. That's what I did.
Don't do that.
Hey, Uncle Trey, I don't know if listening to some different types of Big Pun songs would help. He's got some dope rhymes though.
I think Killer Mike won't do it.
It's alright. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
Move on.
No, I'm
I beat this into a
next.
We already said he could be on the top 50 Puerto Rican rappers of all time.
Nobody asked you, wicked bastard. Nobody asked you.
I'm not mad at Method Man at 25.
Yeah, because again, I don't care where they place. I just care who's on the list and who's not.
Hey, I'm glad you got a Big Vic. Hopefully nothing was broken this time.
Meth is cool at 25. I agree with that.
Yeah, because if you say who was in the top 25 or something, Method Man representing up there, that's I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Hip hop is so.
Then KRS-One is too low though. I think.
Yeah, KRS-One should be KRS-One.
I would understand if he was in the top 20.
Chris would be in my top 10.
Just cultural impact and lyrics.
Right. And see, he's East Coast, and I still say
I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm not talking.
Curtis is little
too high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little too.
I don't know how he could be right there and runs all the way at fucking 49.
Because
right.
lyrically, it's
not just lyrically. Like there's five categories in the way
album sales. Like he murdered dude, but because it's not groups, because like
Red Run sold 10 albums.
Red Run,
And when we were talking about this at the record shop, talked about how he was the first rapper to get signed to a major record label, which was a huge deal. Like glass ceiling shattered, that opened the gates for other companies to believe it's okay. And you know how it goes with that kind of like a cultural type.
But just because you kick the door open don't mean that you go to the top of the list.
Right. So I think he deserves a place on the list, but I think he's too high compared to the other people he's above.
Way too high. Well, definitely deserves the recognition and acknowledgement for what he did.
Ghostface, he's
Ghostface should not be higher than Method Man.
Yeah, he's
right. Well, because a lot of people think Ghostface was the best rapper in Wu-Tang. And I'm like, I liked Inspector Deck better than Ghostface. That's just me.
I don't know. Ghost was probably my second favorite in the clan after
Method? After Meth Man?
Raekwon shit.
After Method was Ghost, and then probably Raekwon.
All right, this was the first time in the list that I cried. I was like, how is DMX?
DMX should be a lot higher than fucking DMX is my top 10. This is me personally.
I know. I'm putting X in my top 10 as well.
That's fair.
Because you look at the cultural impact, dude. They started a whole fucking movement behind the Rough Rider shit.
Yeah.
DMX and all them, dude. Come on, now.
It wasn't just him.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, but he had the fucking Rough Rider anthem. The Chevrolet shit was bumping everywhere. That was from across the fucking world. Everybody's in this shit, bro.
Yeah. And I learned something new about DMX.
We put them on this.
Fuck this, man.
They've been playing Summertime for 30 years.
Yeah, nigga, but he just had sometimes.
I'll tell you this. I'll put a DMX album on before I put a Jay-Z album on.
Oh yeah. When
I'm driving, if I'm driving, I will put DMX on before Jay-Z.
I like listening to DMX when I'm driving.
Again, music day for me it goes by mood. If I'm angry today, I listen to some DMX. Like if I'm going to work and I'm pissed off, yeah, DMX is like I'm hitting play on that. If I'm relaxed and I'm chilling, I had a good day, it might be some Jay-Z. I think
DMX has some good songs.
Every song you listen by DMX make you want to kill 40 people.
Not yelling
at you. When they start barking at you, then you feel all weird.
Hey guys, did you know that DMX has the largest crowd of any other rapper, like performing on stage? Because he was in that Woodstock jam a few years, like a dozen years ago, where there was 500,000 people there, and he was rocking.
Have y'all seen that video where it's literally just an ocean of people?
Yeah, solid, man.
That's was a dude.
Yeah, the biggest crowd of any other rap performance was.
Do you know what the attendance was on that one?
Yeah, 500,000.
God damn.
Y'all heard the story about how he got his contract though?
What, he hung by the window like that?
No, he got fucked up in an accident. His jaw was wired shut.
I thought that was Kanye.
Nah, but the dude gave him the chance to rap like right now, and he's like, oh, he's kind of messed up. He can't rap. DMX went into the booth with his jaw wired shut. He went to fucking rapping and pulled all this shit out and just went on.
He just pulled it out right there in the studio.
Yeah, just going at it like, hey, so this dude hungry.
Sorry, so we go with DMX. Of course.
So real quick, while we're talking about Woodstock, though, there is a documentary on Netflix right now that talks about what year was that? Woodstock.
99. It was 99, wasn't it?
It was 99. No, the new one. Anyway, if you haven't seen that, it's like a 3 or 4 part series. It's fucking awesome.
It's messed up how they treated them kids, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because they had them on a flight line. They were on a tarmac on asphalt in the summer, and every day they upped the price of the water. Every single day they increased the price of water, and just kids dropping like flies. It was freaking terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
All right, DMX, unanimous decision. You should move up on this list. There we go.
All right, who next?
Big Daddy Kane.
All right, number 20.
He's good.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right, now this is the first one that we didn't get to back at the record store.
Yeah. So it's top 20. This is brand new.
That's fair. That's fair.
I go fair. Because Big Daddy Kane, he was a real lyricist.
I mean, for all of them, like you said, the pioneering, like he was one of the pioneers. He's one of the
But just as far as longevity, though, when's the last time you put a Big Daddy song on that?
Bro, he came out like 86. Shut up.
This nigga's like,
yeah, but I'll put an IC album on fucking.
IC still actually.
When last time you put a Dre album on? Oh, that's right, you don't have one. My bad. Let's show you one.
Wow.
You gotta look at like Big Daddy Kane now. Matter of fact, he actually did a show with shit. Like
he still be out there doing shit.
As far as that goes with them dudes, like shit.
Yeah, nah, he's straight. That's solid.
He just trying to get out of bed. All right.
He said he was a pioneer in the double time rhyme style.
That's solid. Yeah. I still would put KRS One ahead of him, but that's
solid. So they're talking about the cadence. Picking up your pace. To where, like how you talk about Too Short, is like doom, doom, doom. And he flows with that cadence, that boom, and so they're saying that he's the one that doubled that to get into more faster rapping.
Who else we got?
19
is Missy Elliott.
I think that's fair, man. Like Missy Elliott's impact is so underrated, man. Like her impact is huge.
She looks good as fuck.
I would put I don't know what other female rappers. I think I think they got Nicki Minaj on here higher.
Which I think those two should swap.
Absolutely. Thank you. Like, absolutely. Missy Elliott should be, far as females in hip hop history, she should be number one.
If you're talking about
long
history,
distance,
I agree with that.
high five on that one. Missy Elliott.
Nicki would mop her ass up.
You crazy? I would listen to Missy Elliott all day and twice on Sunday before like Nicki Minaj.
Think about this, right? So think about this one. Okay, was a few years ago.
How many was she right?
Missy came out on the Super Bowl shit.
Yep.
And the millennials first heard her. Oh shit, who the fuck is this?
She been around.
Shit. Dude, these songs been ahead. The new people just ain't.
And that's not a knock on Nicki. Again, like moving people around, like that's not a knock on Nicki. I just think Missy, as far as all-time greats,
Safari wrote all Missy,
all-time greats. Missy should be the number one female hip hop artist.
Yeah, because if you were putting together a list of just females, Missy, you would not put Nicki above.
And they know Safari wrote all the Nicki Minaj shit.
Well, and does Nicki ever talk about anything other than sex?
Well,
but to be said, the cheeks do be cheeky.
Even though it's fake, though.
Even though it's fake.
So her whole mode is fake.
I ain't complaining though.
I do be complaining.
Yeah, but I mean, no. Two of the criteria are based on there's the lyrics and the technique. Nicki's got technique. She's a good
rapper.
Right.
She not messing with.
Right. She's not messing around when she's spitting. She can have that. But when it comes to content, that's where she drops.
Yeah, Missy. I think
just all around cultural impact on
Missy would be my number one. And I mean, Nicki's probably sold more albums, but Missy would be my number one female.
Missy had ladies trying to put garbage bags on me.
Dudes too.
All right, so down from 19, number 8.
And I'm just saying that she looked good as hell in the picture though.
Bro,
Cuba 18.
How do they not put Cuba in the top 10?
That's a little low.
Very low.
It's a little low. I don't know where he should be, but that's a little low.
Not there, yeah.
I'd put him at number 10.
I'd put him top 10 for sure.
I can agree with that.
Top 10, somewhere around 10.
Okay.
But fair enough.
Yeah, I'll go 10-ish.
Close to it.
I'll go 10-ish. Because here's the thing. If I'm going to say who are my favorite rappers, he's going to be in my top 5. Yeah. But if I'm talking about this actual list, I would say 10's okay.
Right. That's what I said. Number 10. So if you talk about top 10, he's not above anybody, but he's in the fucking top 10.
10-ish.
Yeah, he should be 10-ish.
10-ish.
Really close to it.
Ain't nobody see
50 Cent is 17.
Yeah.
I was surprised. He was that low.
You know what?
I'll give 50 a little higher.
I think 50 cultural impact. 50's up there, man. Like 50's everywhere.
50's number one troll in the world.
Yeah, he's still relevant today. Like he's.
I wonder if he's that high because of his albums.
And then you look at those. That's
what I'm saying. His albums are probably wise.
He's making movies and all that.
He's a big ass actor now.
His business acumen is just as good as anybody's out there. Like
his photo and shit too.
Like
Now, how you guys feel about? I would put him at 11.
What?
Right underneath Ice Cube.
I don't know about that. I think somewhere in the top 15.
Top 15, yeah. 15.
Somewhere in the top 15. Where we put him, man, but
he makes the top
somewhere in the 15. Somewhere in the top 15. Yes.
What were you gonna say, Trey?
You look at just cultural impact though for him.
I know when you look at the early 2000s, like he was definitely like the leader.
He's all
that. And he stayed relevant like this whole time.
He's been relevant far past.
I used to go to deployments playing Unreal Tournament. Listening to 50 Cent.
And all that stuff, like clothing line.
All right, Lone Wanderer says Ice Cube should be way higher.
Correct.
We would
not disagree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, who we got 100%. Next? Who we got next?
For sure. 50, he would put him at number 12. I'm not arguing with that one, Jake.
Yeah. Hey, so real quick, we want to thank everybody that is joining the Three Drunk Uncles right now and Northwest Bourbons. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify.
You doing church now?
Do an ad. Yeah. No, a little something. Because some of the people that you've named names, like I know some of those dudes and I don't know other ones. Like, I just want to tap in this network.
No, yeah. If you guys don't know Three Drunk Uncles, they're very active on Instagram. They put out a weekly podcast on Spotify, and they're just great dudes. That's why I talk to them. Scarface.
He should be.
I was curious. I was like, where is Scarface on this list?
What? Scarface is top 10.
Top 10.
Because you look at lyrics and cultural impact and all that stuff, especially dude. It's just
Scarface impact. Like Scarface, like if you want to talk about cultural impact, like Scarface is, what many people consider to be the king of the South. Or the original king of the South.
Yep.
So Scarface has to be, and even you go all the way back to the Ghetto Boys. You want to talk about, like people forget how long ago the Ghetto Boys was. So if you want to talk about pioneers in hip hop, like he was one of those people too. Like Face has been around for a long time. So
it just being a lyricist and what he talked about though, man, this is
top 10.
But I will say that I give Face a little bit more respect for the simple fact that he still was with the Ghetto Boys and was still putting out heat-ass albums and then going back and doing more Ghetto Boy shit and coming back and doing his own shit. And, so when you look at this and you have Chuck D, for example, like Chuck D, has he ever put out an album just by himself?
Watch your mouth.
No, it was always
It was
always popular.
No,
yeah.
He was still the front, by
clear. No. I understand that, but we got to the argument a couple weeks ago that no groups were on here, and that's why I want to say about Face, like this motherfucker was both. Like he was heat in a group and he was heat by himself. He sold albums in a group.
No groups are on there, and Drake can't be on the list.
Hey, honestly, I'm just happy that Scarface made the top 50 list. I was surprised he made top 20. I expected him in the 20s or 30s. That's where I expected him to land. So seeing him this high, I was happy with it.
He should be in the top 10.
He should be top 10 though. Because he just makes top 10.
No, I'm just saying because a lot of these lists, like how some of the people in the comments have been saying, a lot of these lists are just based on either popularity or album sales. You know what I'm saying? And so to see someone like Scarface this high on the list, yeah, I think that's a win.
Yeah, with Scarface, if you just listen to what he talks about, like most people can relate to everything he's talking about. He talking about some real shit. Like, what's that?
I don't know about that.
Most people listen to
who's both? I don't know.
Down south and all that. Just you come aboard, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yeah. First time I heard Scarface was actually when he was with Tupac on that song "Smile." Y'all remember that one?
Yeah.
All right. So up from Scarface, J. Cole.
That's a tough one for me because lyrically,
I'm 750.
Lyrically, he should be high. Like lyrically, he's great.
Yeah, but you look at the cultural impact. He got
good down south.
No,
he has, but they kind of fucking blackball his ass a little bit.
Damn, J. Cole.
He's got a lot of people put J. Cole in the top 5.
Yeah, J. Cole.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
lyrically, I would do that shit.
No, just in everybody.
I just think longevity-wise, I mean, J. Cole.
Short haircut, J. Cole.
J. Cole came out.
He got early J. Cole.
I think if you did this list again in 5 years or so,
what P probably?
I think he would at the house.
I know, right?
I think if you did this list in another 5 years, like he would, with some more seasoning, he would move higher. But I think right now he's okay with that.
I'm honestly surprised.
Like there's too many people.
Yeah, we're leaving.
There's too many people worthy to be in the top 10. Like the thing, like everybody can't be in the top 10. So he good.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly surprised you guys are agreeing that he is above 50 and Ice Cube.
Well, again, so
you gotta look at the lyrics on what they talk about though, like because we look at the cultural impact, but then the lyrics and stuff. So
like that's why I said I'm not focused on where I'm not necessarily focused on where they are on the list. I think right now you just gotta be. I'm just more focused on if they made the list or not, because I think once once you decide who should even be on the list, then where they are is always going to be subjective. I don't think you'll ever get a consensus on,
No, yeah, I agree he should be on the list. But if I'm thinking top rappers of all time, I am not putting him above Busta Rhymes or DMX or
yeah, I wouldn't put him above Busta. I wouldn't put him above DMX. But that's what I'm saying. Again, who made the list?
Not Luda.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him above Luda either. But
we're still trying to figure out who ate all the pussy, man.
And that's just trademarked. Every time you say it, you owe the uncle $10.
All right, send out the dogs. We got to find that guy, man. He ate it all.
All of it.
All right.
Cool J.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can
get that.
LL's good at 14.
That's
solid. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with this, right? He should be in the top 20 of all time.
Okay.
We'll keep him in top.
He could possibly be top 10, but that's solid.
Rakim.
Me personally, I think he should be a little higher.
The only thing I would say though is if you look, the only thing I would say is if you're really going to be objective, album sales, not that many. Like career longevity, he's been in the game, but he ain't really been in the game. So I think the biggest
lyrically carried him.
The biggest weight for Rakim's for votes for Rakim is going to come from lyrics. Lyrics, he's the top 5 lyricists of all time, and cultural impact. Lyrics and cultural impact. He is head and shoulders above most.
Three Drunk Uncles podcast, Spotify, 10-4. I love it so much. Absolutely. I love the way you did that. Did Tech 9 make a show? No. Jake, it did not.
No. Hey,
no.
Tech 9 is lyrical as hell.
That's a good argument, though.
Yeah,
Tech
9
could be up here.
But his
Tech 9 has some great flow. He's got a lot of style. Like he is one in his own. I really like Tech 9, and I feel like Twista should be on this list as well. But that's just me.
And again, it's all subjective.
Hey, hold on. Lee's in the house. What's up?
I don't know about.
I will tell you when I still in the military special ops. Every time before I went out on a mission, I listen to Adrenaline Rush.
But again, that's like one album versus
that's one song to me. I listen before every time I went out outside the wire. One Adrenaline Rush is going off on the
I put Twist at like 60. I put him in
the Adrenaline Rush. It's starting in the
60s.
Yeah. So hey, say what's up to Lee. Bourbon Ballers in the house.
Oh, what's happening?
All right, who we got? Hold on.
Who had the Rakim? We good with Rakim.
RZA and Nas, Ice Cube in my top 5. I don't know who else I put up there. Yeah. Old Man Joe is in the house. What's up, man? DEL and Hieroglyphics. Yep. LL Cool J, maybe. Top 260, maybe. Top 260. That's random as shit.
I want to say,
hey, don't do Uncle L like that, man. Look, LL been
jingling, baby.
Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, dude. LL came out swinging.
Real quick, we can start out with I'm Bad, going back to Cali. We can talk about I'm That Type of Guy. We can talk about.
Hey, what's up, B Bauer? Hey, what's up, Sean?
LL had his
in the back of my Jeep.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if these are the legit.
Hey, because that version he said, "Hey, look, you're sitting at the bus stop.
Around the way, girl, fucking."
Yeah, LL had cuts, right?
And on top of that, he was a pioneer. So
he's a battle rapper too.
Longevity,
because when he did the cannabis.
Yeah, longevity. Like LL checks a lot of boxes, man.
Yep. Hey, Sean, they did not put any of them on here.
Hey, Jizzle was dope as shit.
No, Jizzle is dope. All right, Rakim was number 13. Number 12, Andre 3000.
Hey, look at him.
I would put him at number 9 or number 8.
So, here's the thing. First of all, I'm the biggest.
Hey, let's get into it.
I'm the biggest Outkast fan there is. There's one bigger than he's my biggest.
Like the Outkast.
I'm the biggest Outkast fan there is. So
Yeah.
lyrically, a lot of people really don't respect, but man, Andre 3000 lyrically is easily definitely a top 10. Like lyrically, and maybe I'm biased, but 3000 like lyrically is crazy.
He top 5.
Cultural shut your mouth.
Because think about this though. Nobody ever tried him in no little.
But album sales, cultural impact, all of that stuff comes as a group, not as a solo artist. So like
right, and I think that's what kept him out of the top 10.
Yeah, I think that should drop him further on the list because I think he's too high.
You can't put 3000 on your record and think you finna.
He's too high on there by himself. He's too high on there by himself. If it was him, if it was Outkast as the group, yes. But by himself, lyrically, he's amazing. But out all the other boxes that have to be checked, he doesn't check them by himself. Cultural impact, you know what makes
Has to be with the group.
But cultural impact, though, you know what? Now I'm gonna give him that because like 3000 had dudes out here pressing their hand wearing bell bottoms.
No, hey, Deuce, the only one he doesn't check is one because his lyrics, his flow, his longevity, the cultural impact is all there. The only thing he doesn't have is his own body of work.
But again, longevity,
most
of that was with the group. Like most of that stuff was still with the group. Like he did a lot of
Still got his own body of work.
But that's why he should be in the top.
The speaker box is still considered a double album. Shit.
Yeah.
He should be high to drink. Yeah, I'm saying every time.
He's gonna keep talking.
All right, so you remember
real quick? We're gonna talk about Andre 3000. Like, why DJ Quick's not on this list?
DJ Quick ain't a rapper.
I'm not saying like as like we're picking and choosing like what we want to talk about.
But that's why the whole fucking list is subjective.
No, this is top 50 rappers, not top 50 entertainers, not top 50 hip hop artists.
We need to have a top 50 impact. We need to have a top 50 impact
That's
because
totally different
DJ
list.
Quick would 100% be on here.
Well,
and how high would Andre be on?
When we have that discussion about that list, we can talk about that. Right. For the purpose of this list, your boy ain't on it.
Look, my guy.
And I fuck with DJ Quick the long way, but this ain't that list.
Hey, DJ Quick.
Drake guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Drake birthday
I'm starting to get a buzz, and I'm gonna start talking.
His first album, fucking Tonight.
Yeah,
Black Jesse. Oh, just like
Quick got hits, bro. Absolutely, DJ Quick got hits.
I listen to DJ Quick.
Absolutely, DJ Quick got hits.
Yeah,
but he not on this list. That's not.
I forgot all that.
That's discussion for another day.
No, B Bauer, no, they weren't on.
So who had Andre?
Well, Mark, me and you were gonna have to talk about that DJ Quick.
We'll leave 3 stats this week.
The Bears. Tommy D is in the house. What's up, buddy? B Bauer's here. Now who wants to fuck with the Hollywood Coat?
Hey, look at man.
Hey,
that is the dopest fucking song ever made.
I'm
ever produced all this shit.
Whoa! Did you say ever made?
Odie Dopalicious is my favorite song of all time.
Dude,
when I say favorite, I mean there's no other song. If you gave me one song, then if I could only listen to one song,
the beat,
it would be Odie Dopalicious on repeat, bro. Like that is my favorite song of all time. I mean, any genre, whatever that is. Odie Dopalicious is my favorite song of all time.
All right, hey, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? See who beat Andre 3000? Who beat Ice Cube? 50 Cent? Who beat him?
He'd be higher than Ice Cube.
Fucking Kanye.
Oh, whoa, now. Kanye checks a lot of boxes. He damn near checks all the boxes.
But this is college dropout Kanye.
Yes.
No.
College
dropout. Because again, no. Stop. Because one of the categories is longevity. Now, whether you like Kanye or not, he is still making money today. He's still selling albums. Like people still.
Adidas mad as fuck right now. Adidas
so Kanye, say what you want about Kanye, old Kanye versus new Kanye, But Kanye West as a hip hop, as a rapper, checks all of the boxes.
I like college dropout.
All of the boxes.
Right, and I'm saying he does deserve his spot on the list.
He's only been out for 20 years.
Only?
Yeah. He deserves a spot on the list, but not above DMX, not above Ice Cube.
I would go. I think impact wise,
you got motherfuckers out there from the 90s.
Impact wise,
Kanye made motherfuckers buy shirts with holes in.
Impact wise, Kanye.
And then them Yeezy shoes and shit like that. Man.
If we're gonna start talking about that, we need to start talking about these stupid ass red boots, motherfuckers.
Impact wise, yes, I think Kanye goes above.
I don't know whose boots are, motherfuckers.
But they said they sold out.
They look like a Kool-Aid boot.
Impact wise, hey, focus, gentlemen, focus. See what happens when you let them.
That's like Mark said. Mark said, "Okay, when you know your topics, let us know." Ooh, we don't know the topics; they just come. Like there's no planning.
Oh my God,
we're not planners.
All right, so I gotta move on. I gotta move on. All right, so number.
I think Kanye is fair. Like him or not, I think he's fair.
No, I think Kanye deserves a spot on the top 50 list, but not above DMX, Ludacris, Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube, LL Cool J, Andre 3000. I do not put Kanye above any of them. I think
he sold more albums than all of them. His impact has been bigger than all of them.
No, his impact is not.
The argument can be made lyrically. Old Kanye was better than all. Like the arguments can be made for Kanye in every category. Like business wise, you name it, culturally.
And Kanye said he's running for president.
If Luda married Kim, he'd be in the top 10.
You name it. Like the argument, I'm not saying that Kanye has to be at the spot. I'm saying the argument can be made why he's there.
Why he's above Ice Cube as the best rapper of all time?
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying. I said he deserves his spot on the list, but not above some of the people he's above.
Like production shit, Kanye got Cube and all that, but lyrically not.
Old Kanye will rap something around Cube.
All right, and we already talked about Nicki Minaj. Let's swap her with Missy Elliott.
This shit is debatable.
Right?
Let's stop.
Right across the board.
You should be top 10.
Yeah.
I don't like this shit.
No, I don't like it at all. I think it's
Nicki and Missy need to trade places.
Yes.
Nicki
so we agree across the board. If you swap Nicki with Missy, we're all right. Okay.
Nicki and Missy need to trade places.
And talking about Buddhas though.
Snoop Dogg making the top 10. I'm not mad him being number 9.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
He in top 10.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Oh, wait. My only argument with Snoop is that if the album Doggy Style, if Doggy Style never came out and he started with the Chronic with Dre and did Dogfather and then his shit with No Limit, then his own stuff, I don't know if he would make the list at all.
Well, Doggy still
make
No, his impact, how relevant he is today. Like, in all honesty, I'm surprised he's at number 9.
He got a whole show with Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
motherfucker has a hand.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, yeah, and he was doing that like podcast thing with
I think what you're trying to say the impact of Doggy Style. Doggy Style to me is probably, if you like, we did a episode of the top albums of all time. Like Doggy Style is an all-time album.
If that's not in your top 5, like definitely, if it's not in your top 10, I have questions. Like,
I have questions about your whole list.
Yeah. That's not Doggy Style's not in your top 10.
It is, but
it's in your top 5.
But I don't want to agree with you. I don't want to agree with you.
So I've been to a Snoop Dogg concert. That's no point. He played music like all 3 decades. Like he played music for the last 30 years. Like,
but again, he was saying that's what he said. Doggy Style definitely like the Chronic. The Chronic introduced him to the world.
I thought you said that was his album.
It was. It introduced him to the world. Like it introduced him to the world. But Doggy Style is when he kicked in the door. Like Doggy Style came out, and it was like he ushered. He ushered in the G-Funk era. Like
Yeah,
Dre
Doggy Style was an amazing album.
Yes. Top to bottom, no skips. Like even the
you can listen to it 100%.
Yeah.
Even the skits and shit.
Yeah, the skits were funny.
Yeah,
you know, like top to bottom, no skips, absolutely. So yeah, Snoop.
Absolutely. Oh, hold on, B Bauer. Hey, check B Bauer's quote here.
What's that?
Snoop impact transcends rap. Yes.
Facts.
Yeah,
we got that. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
So who number 8?
Man, if y'all watching and y'all see me wiping my nose, please forgive me. I'm sick, and I'm trying to be.
And he's sipping slow.
I'm over here nursing this fine VSOP cognac.
All right, so I'm not mad that Drake made the top 50 list. I'm mad that he made it above DMX, above Busta Rhymes, above Ludacris, above Ice Cube, above 50 Cent, above Snoop, above a lot of rappers who paid their dues and made way more impact.
So I will say this.
Why?
So we're going to this, right? So
here's why.
A lot of rappers came out at Drake, right? Like the battle shit and all that, the diss shit. He shut their ass down. And his cultural impact, though. Drake got it. These bitches love Drake ass.
But it ain't just that, man. Like you gotta, like culturally, it ain't about the women. Like you gotta look again. Nah, but again, but it's not about that though. Like you look at Ja Rule.
He made cool to be a light skinned dude.
You look at Ja Rule and how Ja Rule was first.
Hey, Salty. When I saw Drake right here above Snoop, that's what I said too.
But look, you look at Ja Rule and you look at what I said about him and how he was kind of first with that melodic stuff, and then it kind of took a pause. Like listen to Drake, and then listen to all these rappers. Listen to all the young rappers that are out now, and most of them sound like Drake. They all have a melodic tone. They all sing. They all kind of do the sing and rap at the same time. So when you look at impact, like Drake probably birthed damn near 90% of the people who come out. Like when did Drake come out?
Early 2000s.
Yeah. So pretty much everything.
So I should hate Drake and Future. Is that what you just said?
I would fuck with Drake long for Future.
And on top of that, they got multiple albums together.
Like they're the ones that.
So I think that's why Drake album sales. I think Drake is already the top selling hip hop. No, like I don't think he passed Eminem yet. He hasn't passed Eminem yet. But he's
get the fuck off my screen, Drake. Hey, how many Drake albums do y'all own? Because I own fucking 0.
But I own none. 0, zilch not.
Well, I got Spotify. I got Spotify. So
I don't like that nigga personally.
I would never. I would never put on a Drake album and say, "Oh, let me listen to this album."
I'm not gonna lie.
Uncle Ace personally, look,
that's a lie.
I still remember
all
Drake,
these motherfuckers
when he's in a wheelchair in Degrassi. That's what I remember Drake.
Well, shit, we remember fucking Dr. Dre with them Hawaiian Sophie shirts on. Everybody talking about that shit.
I don't remember
that. Album.
Did you just say that I would put a Drake album on purpose?
Yeah, look, these motherfuckers still selling one, and we gonna sit here and act like Drake don't have.
My kids listen to him.
I don't listen to that like Drake don't got hits on hits on hits.
Don't get me wrong, he got hits. I just don't like that dude.
I would never in my life go.
I ain't gotta like his music.
What should I put on? Oh, Drake. That's it. No.
Who does that?
I skip that.
Who does that? I don't know who does that. I fucking go on Spotify and I hit goddamn shuffle. Who the fuck scrolling?
I skip
Who the fuck does that?
I go on YouTube, like, which fucking rapper do you want to listen to? I'm like, not that nigga.
I don't do that. I just hit fucking shuffle.
Hey, Deuce. Straight.
I'm not gonna say lie. I got all of them. I can pull up my phone right now. I can pull up every Drake album on Spotify. I got all of them. I'm not gonna hate no Drake.
I can pull my phone up. I don't have no Drake song on my stuff.
I'm not gonna hate no Drake. I do.
The only time I listen to Drake is when I'm at work.
I probably got it.
Because you don't have a choice.
Uncle Deuce is, he's from the East Coast. He listens to everything like that. I'm from the South, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you guys a real quick story, okay? Because I can remember the exact moment, the very first time I heard Drake. Very first time. So me and my squad were getting ready to deploy to Afghanistan in like 2013 because we deployed in 2014, right? And so we're out in the woods. We camped overnight. We woke up in our tents. It's cold. It's wet. It's shitty outside. We're trying to cook some food over a fire. And one of the guys has one of those little, speakers hooked up to his phone or whatever via Bluetooth. And he starts playing the Drake album. And I had no idea what it was. I just heard beats going as I'm like packing up my sleep system into the stuff sack. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm stuffing this stuff, getting everything back in my ruck, and I'm hearing these beats, and I like the production of the music, right? But I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, running through the six with my woes, and I'm like, you know how that shit goes. You know how that shit goes. You know that. I'm like, hey, who is this? Like, I asked my squad because all of them are like 10 years younger than me, right? Because I'm squad leader. And so I asked them, I was like, who is this? They were like, Drake. And I was like, is he new? They were like, oh, kind of. I was like, all right. So production wise, I really like his beats. Like, I like his style of music. It's really good to just like, it's really chill. It's cool to jam out to.
Hey, right there. I'm going to cut you off with that point right there. That point right there is what is like when I listen to hip hop, man. Sometimes I feel like hearing angry shit all the time. Like you said, it's really chill. There are times I just want some laid back shit. I don't want to hear about bitches getting slapped and all this other wild shit every time I listen to a hip hop song. Sometimes I want some chill shit. And Drake.
Yeah, but hey, dudes, where I was gonna end it is the next thing I said is, but lyrically, he's really weak.
It is.
And it was the first time I ever heard him, and that was my first comment on him. I liked the beats, I liked the production value, but lyrically, he was fucking weak.
That's fair. But again, like if you listen to Drake, it's just to chill the fuck out, man. I ain't listening to Drake for no profound shit. Like I ain't expecting to learn nothing when I listen to a Drake album. But if I want to sit back and just chill, like that shit'll work.
Yeah, sit there.
I didn't expect that.
That shit'll go, bro.
That's why I thought that worked though.
I don't want to listen to DMX all day. I don't want to be just some days when I wake up, I don't want to hear hey yo bitch. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I ain't in that mood today. You know. All
right. You ready to go to the next one?
All right, who knows 7?
Lil Wayne. I thought Lil Wayne was gonna make like top 3.
I don't know about top 3. He's definitely top 3.
I can see Wayne. I see Wayne
at this point in the top 10. It don't matter where you from. If you're in the top 10,
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that.
He belongs in the top 10. I'm good. He checks all the boxes.
So across the board, we're okay with it because he belongs in the top 10.
Because you look at it, once you're at the top 10, though, it's all about like,
it's all fuzzy. Yeah, I'm okay.
I am a little upset about y'all hating on Drake with Black History Month.
Notorious.
Yeah, so
B.I.G. at 6.
He should be higher than that.
Not really.
That's me personally.
No, I like it.
He
only had 2 albums.
He should be higher than 6. He should be higher than 6.
Because again, when you get
it's subjective.
It is because when you get in the top 10, like he checks every box except
but there's people.
He checks every box except longevity. Yeah, 2 albums.
Exactly.
He got killed though. So
you can't make no music. Longevity is a category. He checks all of the boxes except one. Well, except 2. Album sales and longevity.
6 to 7 years.
He checks every box except longevity and album sales. And the fact that somebody made it in the top 10 off of only 2 albums is amazing. It shows you how good he was. That you can mention somebody
6 albums after he died.
That you can.
That's
No, he really had already recorded. Shut up.
Deuce. What you're talking about, that it says a lot that he only put out 2 albums and nobody is arguing that he should not be in the top 10. That is saying a lot.
Yeah,
because lyrically, cultural impact though.
Right, that is saying a lot.
So the fact that only 2
albums,
albums,
the only thing he missing.
That you can't name a rapper that can only put out 2 albums and be considered an all-time great. So that just shows you how good he was.
All right, so I got a problem with this one too. He should be top.
I do. Eminem is top 3.
Top 3.
Watch your wording here,
You
Mark.
know what? Even in Black History Month, I'm gonna go ahead and say Eminem top 3.
1,000% top 3. 1,000.
Even in Black History Month, Eminem still top 3.
Because you know my shit is fucking Pac, Biggie.
Oh my goodness. So we all agree Eminem is top 3, and fuck Billboard because they don't know what they're talking about on this point. Because Eminem is top 3 every day.
Don't matter.
It do matter. It do matter.
All right, so Tupac's number 4.
Fuck that.
Pac at 4 is kind of crazy.
Pac will be my number 1. Tupac will be my number 1.
Yeah, he's my number 1 also. So how is Eminem and Tupac should both be top 3?
100%. In my top 3, it is Pac, Eminem,
if you look at it, Pac put out more albums than all of them that's out right now.
Yeah, hold on.
Still alive.
Some of the albums wasn't that great, so let's just do that.
What?
Every album too, bro. Let's not sit here and fucking lie.
Every single is the best shit.
Machiavelli's every single album that Tupac ever put out is the shit. Let's not fucking lie. No,
before he died,
Nick.
Let him
these bad words like shut your mouth.
Finish your thought.
Every single.
Finish your thought.
Yes or no?
was strictly from my niggas go.
Shut your mouth. And this is a yes or no question. I'm asking the question, motherfucker.
Okay, ask the question.
In totality, every single album from the womb to the tomb, every single album that this motherfucker put out was dope. Because he didn't have nothing. Every single one.
Correct.
They would.
Box.
Some of the
No, not box.
Some of the shit he put out after he passed out.
Every single album.
It doesn't matter.
Every album Tupac ever put out is a no skip. Fucking back. He's a fucking lie.
Trap was
He's a
dope.
fucking lie.
Trap was dope.
We talking about
Hey, guys.
Hey, wasn't dope.
Shut up.
That wasn't
Hey,
dope.
hold on.
37 albums. Tupac put out 37
I'm
goddamn
talking
albums.
about before he died.
I'm talking about all of them. After he died as well. All of them.
He didn't have. He wasn't able to say, don't mix it like this, don't do that, whatever.
Ronald McDonald been dead. Ronald McDonald been dead for 40 goddamn years. And he's still out here eating cheeseburgers.
Tupac number 1. Fuck that. Go ahead.
I didn't say he wasn't number 1. I'm just sitting here saying, don't act like every album he put out.
Because he didn't have control over some of the shit.
After he died.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Deuce, Trey, we're about to break a heart. We're gonna break a heart because you know our personal friend, Bourbon Baller, he was not here for the beginning of the show, so he didn't see where Ice-T was.
Oh shit!
Oh, he said Ice-T number 1. Is that what I just seen? I know I got my glasses.
Ice-T number 1 all time.
I know I don't have my glasses on, but I think I just seen it.
Hey Lee, when I see you, like we can have
Ice-T wasn't even in the top 50.
You on the opposite end of the list.
We all love the tech with the
So Bourbon Baller, yeah. Lee, they did him a little dirty on that one.
Yeah, they so 40 and 45. It's 45.
In condolence of that, like we can have some slurricane, some Ice-T slurricane to kind of get over that.
Yeah. So sorry, I had to stop you guys because we had to break the news to Lee because he wasn't here in the beginning. So Ice-T was in the bottom 10 of the top 50. All right, so we all agree Tupac, Eminem are not in the top 3, which they absolutely freaking should be.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because Pac just off cultural impact though.
Just off that.
Dude, come on, man.
All right, so Nas does not earn a spot above either one of those two.
I put
Tupac or
Nas. He's top 5.
Nas would be my top 5.
Nas is top 5.
Yes, he is 100% a top 10 rapper, but not above Tupac and Eminem.
You know what? If I had to give 5, it would be Tupac, Big, Eminem, Jay-Z, Tupac, Big, Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah, I need
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bro, see, I would not put Biggie above M.
Jay-Z has a cuz though. With the things I like with Jay-Z, he's always collaborating with someone.
Exactly, he always has somebody on that.
I think, and that's a fair argument to make. Like that's a fair argument to make that you wouldn't put that M should be. I think 3 is a good spot for him. I think Big again. Like I think the fact
I got Pac 1, Big 2.
like to back to today, like people still sample Big today. I don't think. First of all, nobody's ever sampled Eminem, but it's hard to sample Eminem. But like the fact that today people like Big is his impact and it's
he only had 2 albums.
But here's my argument with that though. If you had,
but that's a fair point.
So Tupac's number 1. We can all agree on that. So I would put Eminem above Biggie. I would put Eminem at 2, but I want to take Eminem's last 10 fucking projects and throw them out the window.
I don't.
And say
you can't do that. I get where you're
it's
coming
the
from. Whole body
but what I would say, if we were judging just Eminem off his first 3 albums, he would be number 2.
No, he wouldn't, because he wouldn't have the longevity.
He wouldn't have anything. Would because he
wouldn't. Off of 3 albums,
he wouldn't have Eminem show.
He would have
yes,
that's his top 3 albums.
No. Yeah, you're right. But Marshall Mathers LP number 2.
He would have record sales. He would have cultural impact. He would have fucking.
He wouldn't have enough record sales on 3 albums to be.
Yes, he would. His first 3 albums.
His first 3.
Are you nuts?
They sold a lot, but Drake was still past him as far as album sales.
Drake. We're not talking about Drake.
But if you're talking about album sales, you are.
Yep, total bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, Water and Bourbon Baller, totally agree to that. Cheers to Ice-T getting shit on my Billboard. All right, hey, raise your glass to Billboard shitting on Ice-T. Roger that.
He gonna side with me. What you got?
Anyway,
go
ahead.
Jake, I cannot agree to that at all.
So who got a number 2?
You know his number 2 is going to be Jay-Z.
It's not. Jay-Z's number 1.
Okay, so number 2 is who?
Who's number 2?
Kendrick is.
I can't put him. He might be top 10. He can't.
I think the thing that put Kendrick over is once like Kendrick got so high because he won an Oscar. Like Kendrick. So you talk about cultural impact, you start doing shit outside of hip hop.
No, you know what got Kendrick high?
No.
He did this song fucking Big Sean on the motherfuckers. He murked their ass.
No, but I mean, but as far as this list though, the fact that like rappers don't win Oscars, so I think Big Sean might have.
Well, what the fuck, Triple Six?
I put a big boo boo on this. I don't even want this shit on my screen right now. I don't want that on my screen. I absolutely do not put Kendrick on the top
10. He won it for the album, though. He won it for the entire body of work. No. Like, I think Kendrick, that's too high for Kendrick. That's too high right now. Kendrick's been around, 10 years at this point?
Yeah.
Like, it's too high.
Hey, I would not put Kendrick on top 10. All the other names we talked about so far tonight, Kendrick doesn't make top 10 for me.
No,
yeah.
I personally don't think Kendrick should be in top 10. I don't.
Not yet. 5 years from now.
No, he deserves his spot on the list. On the top 50, he deserves his spot.
Yes, 100%. Top 50.
I think he deserves to be in the top 25.
Yeah.
The top 25, easy.
But not top 10.
He top 25.
But 20. But number 2?
Yeah, number 2. Yeah, no.
Number 2 is stupid.
No. Number 2, no.
All right, so that leaves us with only one option for what Billboard allegedly said was the number 1 rapper.
No, they didn't even allegedly. They came out. They said it.
They meant I can't.
Jay-Z's top 5 definitely. He's definitely top 5. He checks all the boxes. Lyricism, check. Cultural impact, check. Record sales, check. Longevity, check. Like he checks every single box.
He does.
He checks more boxes than UGK check.
He was on. I'm crazy for. Crazy.
Who personally? I could put him in.
They put himself on.
Jay-Z brought UGK to the forefront. Let's tell the truth.
Pimp C didn't do a full fucking.
Tell the truth. Now look, trust me, I was listening to UGK back in the day. UGK did not go.
Using UGK before they got on the fucking Big Pimp.
Yes, but what I'm saying is
one song did not make UGK.
Look, what I'm saying, it made them nationally. Remember, we're talking about the time when rap was still regional. For us back in the day, it was still regional. If you were on the West Coast, motherfuckers on the West Coast stayed in the West Coast. If you're in the South,
a Bourbon Baller noticed in the very first 3 sentences about Jay-Z, they mentioned Beyonce. Check.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, okay. I mean, Jay-Z checks all the boxes, but not all the boxes to be number one. Jay-Z top 5 for sure.
Like I said,
but number one, no.
Hit us up at 3 Drunkles.
Like I said,
with Deuce is a little sick right now.
No.
I've
seen interviews with UGK where they acknowledge, bro, that Big Pimpin' song.
B announced this shit. Pimp C was like, man, fuck all that.
Well, it's 2 of them, so both of them get the opinion. And again, bro, everybody knows that. I'm not saying that Jay-Z made them, but Jay-Z introduced UGK to the national audience. Nobody outside of the South was listening to UGK.
Hey, Jake, appreciate you, buddy.
Nobody outside of the South was listening.
I'm glad this list is over.
UGK was massive in the South.
Yeah, as you've heard tonight, we would totally do this differently. This is not our list.
When Big Pimpin' came out, everybody was like, "Who the fuck are those guys?"
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so we thank them for, or we thank
No. I'm not saying that puts Jay. Look, again, I'm with you. Jay-Z do not belong in number 1. I think Jay-Z was my number 4. Jay-Z was number 4 for me. I said Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas. Those were my 5. Jay-Z has no business.
I could go along with that list. I will go along with that list better than the fucking official list.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be okay with Jay-Z on the top 10, but not the top 3.
Yeah, but Jay-Z checks all the other boxes. It's not just one box. It's like 5 boxes.
But Nas ain't relevant like Jay-Z.
Not like Jay-Z is. And
yeah.
And I don't even like either one of them motherfuckers.
But that's my 5. But Jay-Z has no business being number 1. No business whatsoever.
No. Agree.
That's a bad list. It's a biased list. It's a biased list. They must be trying to get Jay-Z to show up to the Billboard Awards or something. Because and
Beyonce just got top nominations of all time or something, right?
Yeah,
What'd she get a top nomination for?
Well, at the last awards show, she
the
last person who had got nominated.
She's like the number 1. She's like the number 1 Grammy artist. Like she won like the 30th Grammy or something. She has more Grammys than like Michael Jackson.
When last time somebody seen Beyonce?
Just now, she just dropped the album.
I don't know, but that's if you listen to Beyonce and if you listen to Michael Jackson, who should have more fucking Grammys?
Oh, Michael Jackson every day of the week.
We mean who should have more Grammys again? Who the fuck was listening? Are we talking 30 years ago or today?
I'm just saying. I'm not.
Mike's
still relevant right now.
But nobody knows it's still relevant to us. Bro, ask him how many Michael Jackson songs he knows.
We're not talking about him.
But he's who's relevant. We're not relevant today. The music ain't made for us. It's made for him.
He said we are not relevant.
It's like Mike.
Hey, but you learn some new shit though.
Hey,
us Mike Donald's.
What? He ain't learned no new shit.
And I don't even fuck Beyonce like that. Like I like early Beyonce. Like I stopped really listening to Beyonce shit first. Like so, but I don't give a shit. Like, but again, Jay-Z has no business being number 1. That's
absolutely 100% agree with that.
No business being number 1.
Facts.
All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it off. Hey,
all right, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have any closing statements to the audience?
And look here, all of these top 20s, top 50, top 100, whatever, it's subjective to where you at and what you like musically. Because they got a little, what I can say is, I'm from the South. I like Southern music, East Coast, I like some West Coast. It's all about where you at. You like what you like. We'll just put it out there. You like what you like.
Hey, you like what you like. Yeah, that's real. You like what you like.
You Billboard motherfuckers though, stop getting y'all little control groups and putting music out like that because that shit is not what it is.
You like what you like, you know. It is what it is, man. But Jay-Z shouldn't be number 1. We're just gonna do that. That's the point on this, is that Jay-Z should not be.
For sure.
And here at 3 Drunkles, we appreciate Northwest Bourbons, man, for tapping in and letting us do what we do here, and we enjoy what y'all got going on.
That's what's up. All right, man. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you later.
All right, guys. Catch you guys later. I'll be talking to you soon. Next month, we are doing a Distiller's Perspective episode with the Three Drunk Uncles, with Charred and Twisted, with R6 Distillery. It's going to be a big party next month, so make sure you tune in for that. And until then, we'll see you next time. Cheers, everybody. Good night.
Yep. That is going to.
Well, I hate y'all, man. I just want y'all to know, man. Y'all sick. Y'all ain't get my blood. You motherfuckers like, God damn, I was sick, man. Y'all ain't get my blood pressure all high.